And we are back here with another video today. Today we're looking at the Mississippi State Bulldogs in Jeff Lebby's third year at the head coaching position. Kamario Taylor is back for his second year. Well, really his first year as the full-time starter, but looking to see if he can take over the SEC by storm as the true sophomore. This is the football expert. My name is Reichley Ruby, and thank you for joining me here today and clicking on this video. We are trying to reach a goal of 6,600 subscribers by the end of July. So help me hit that subscribe button down below. Help me reach that goal by the end of July. Like this video if you enjoy it. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. That's the most important thing. I do this channel because of people like you and me that are just football fans and that want to talk football. And be able to do that on a platform like this. So let me know what your thoughts are. Do you disagree or agree with me about Mississippi State football? Where do you think this program is going to be in 5 years? This is a team that started out as the #1 team in the first ever college football playoff rankings in 2014. Where are they at 12 years later? It's been a tough ride since Dan Mullen left the program. So we'll see what it looks like as we get into Jeff Lebby and this Mississippi State Bulldogs team. First game of the year against Louisiana, University of Louisiana at Monroe. This is a easy win here. I don't think that they're going to have pretty much any issue in a game like this. I think that this is an easy win for Miss State. I think that they took care of business in the non-conference last year, to be frankly honest, with wins against Southern Miss, Arizona State, Alcorn State, and Northern Illinois. I don't think they'll have an issue here. I think that's an easy win. Next game on the schedule is a road game against Minnesota. Minnesota brings back a lot of pieces, especially defensively and even some pieces offensively. And to be frankly honest, with this game being played at Minnesota, luckily it is earlier on in the year. It's not late in the year where it's going to be snowing or something like that. So it's not exactly a disadvantage weather-wise for Mississippi State. It would be a disadvantage if Minnesota was coming down, but I think that this is a loss. I could see it as a win. I very much could. I could see Miss State going undefeated once again in conference play or in non-conference play. But I like Fleck. I think he's doing a better job than Lebby is here at Eastern or at Mississippi State. It's just a gut feeling. I really don't have much because this game I think is a very close game in terms of talent capacity. In depth in the roster. So I think that if Taylor shines at quarterback, I think Mississippi State could easily win this game. That's what they'll need. And it's also important to point out this is the first ever meeting between these two teams. And next season we'll see the return trip of this home and home series. Then a road game against South Carolina. I think that this is just a tough situation for the Bulldogs. They are 1-8 against South Carolina in the last 9 meetings and just have played very pitifully. You didn't play them last year, but you did play them a few years ago, lost that game 37-30 in 2023. This was before the Lebby tenure. This was during the Zach Arnett tenure. I forgot about Zach Arnett, to be frankly honest. Mississippi State has had a lot of head coaches and a lot of turnover. You had Dan Mullen finish up his tenure in 2017. Then Joe Moorhead, 2018, 2019. Mike Leach, RIP to him. And him finish up, obviously, in 2020 with everything that went on. Zach Arnett, his 1 year there at Miss State. And then now Jeff Lebby, the head coach. That's a lot of turnover that I honestly forgot about up until now with it. And it's sad because I think Mike Leach would have been a great fit at Mississippi State and would have been doing great things at Miss State. But unfortunately, the circumstances were different. Next game on the season is a home game against Missouri. I do think they pick up a interesting win here. I went back and forth in this game just because it's a home game. It's early. So does that favor Missouri or does that favor Miss State, because with it being so early in the season, both teams kind of breaking in a starting quarterback. Yes, obviously, I do know what went on with Taylor last year. He did get some snaps and he did get some play time at the end of the season, but at the same time, he's never been the like starter. He's never been the primary guy going into a season with all the reps and all the practice. So, what does he look like with that? But I think they get a win there. But I could very easily be convinced that they lose to Missouri. Maud Hardy, the running back there, is a beast and seems to be recovering well from everything that went on in that situation, which was crazy enough. But I have that as a win. Next game is a home game against Alabama. I think that this is a beatdown. I just don't see any good coming out of this game. It just looks like a beatdown coming, and there's not much that they can do about it, to be frankly honest. I just don't like Mississippi State in that matchup. Obviously, you did have that close game against Texas last year, the overtime loser after, well, to be frankly honest, should have ran away with that game. But yeah, I have that as a loss. Bye week, playing a road game in Death Valley against LSU. Lane Kiffin and LSU, even if you don't like them, they're more talented. They just are. Like, obviously, Miss State has no reason to like Lane Kiffin. So it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic is. But it's a loss. I just don't see talent-wise Mississippi State having enough talent. The defense, I just don't know what it looks like, because outside of the Florida and the Texas games, you really kind of struggled. You obviously had the Tennessee game in overtime. There were some close games, but I don't know. I go back and forth with this team. Oklahoma, I have this as a loss. I think Oklahoma is one of the best teams in the SEC. I think John Mateer will have a better season. Obviously, all the reports coming out about him and all the issues that he had to deal with last year, it sounds like he will be in a better spot, not having any nagging injuries. So I have that as a loss. Texas on the road, I think Texas will get not revenge, but I don't think it's going to be a close game because of how close it was last year. They're not going to be sleepwalking into that game by any means. So I have that as a loss. Then Vanderbilt is next on the schedule. Even though they could very well beat Vanderbilt, I just think Clark Lee's a better head coach than Jeff Lebby is. Until proven otherwise, Clark Lee is a better coach with a better defense and a rookie quarterback, a freshman quarterback. But still, I still trust him more than Jeff Lebby as a coach overall. Maybe Jeff Lebby has a better offensive mind. Yes, but is Jeff Lebby a good head coach? Next game is a home game against Auburn. Another game that I put it in the loss column. I just don't know if Mississippi State has the ability to beat these SEC teams. If Auburn was earlier on in the season, I'd probably favor Mississippi State in the game. But with it being this late, Byron Brown and all the pieces that you have there with Alex Golesh at Auburn, it looks scary. It really looks scary for a team like Miss State. Next game on the schedule, second to last, the cupcake game in the SEC. Tennessee Tech, easy win here, no issues. Tennessee Tech is a solid FCS program, but not a great one even. So easy win there. Road game against Ole Miss. I think that Ole Miss had a lot of turbulence at the end of last season with all the charades that went on with Lane Kiffin and everything that went on with that team. But at the end of the day, it's a loss. I have Mississippi State going 3-9 overall, 1-8 in conference play. I don't trust Jeff Lebby. I could see Mississippi State getting 4 or 5 wins, beating Auburn or beating South Carolina. But the problem is okay, let's say they win those games. Another 5-7 season, a 4-8 season. Like, I get they had the bowl game last year, but it's like they shouldn't have been in the bowl game. They were in the bowl game because 15 teams declined before them. So I just don't see it. To be frankly honest, for Mississippi State. I don't think Jeff Lebby is a great head coach. I think he's a great offensive mind. I think he's a great offensive coordinator. But as a head coach, I just don't see it. I don't think that he's in that caliber. So I have that as a tough season. Do you think, as a Mississippi State fan, 3-9, do you think that gets rid of Jeff Lebby? What do you think happens? As always, hit one of the 2 videos down below. It will be a podcast of all my college football predictions. So make sure you hit that one there. And hit the subscribe button up here as always, and help me reach my goal of 6,600 subscribers by the end of July. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.